Hello, this is Daniel again with Boss C 351 Productions. I want to talk to you about something today that is pretty much, it's a rip-off in the automotive industry as to products that you add or can add to your vehicle. And what I'm talking about today is cooling system stop leak. Now the stop leak comes in tablets that you can add to your radiator. It comes in just various forms of the additive, and what they intend it to do is stop up a leak or leaks in your cooling system. Now, to give you a little backstory, I bought this truck a little bit over a year ago. It's a 2000 Mazda B3000. It's got the 3.0 V6 engine in it, basically a Ford Ranger. And when I got the truck, I drove it home and found that the radiator was cracked on the side. I guess, it'd gotten really cold where it came from, and they didn't have enough antifreeze in the cooling system, and it split the plastic side cap open on the radiator. It wasn't leaking real bad for the crack, which I was surprised, but I went ahead and replaced the radiator. And when I did that, I found it had a bunch of brownish, kind of rocky sludge in the bottom of the radiator. And also, when I drove it home after I purchased it, it had gotten down to the mid-20s and was snowing where I got it from. And I noticed the heater would partially work sometimes, and other times it wouldn't work at all. So what I did, I replaced the radiator, and I did a full, complete engine flush about 6 times on this truck. I mean, filled it full of cleaner, run it, drained it, fill it full of water, ran it, drain it. I mean, a really, really good flush. Kept doing it over and over to get this stuff out until I got clear water when I was draining it. Well, here in the I started on it about 2 weeks ago. I had to do a head job on this truck because the head gasket blew out on the driver's side of the engine. And I took the engine down, and when I took the heads off, I found this same stuff clogging up the passages in the head where the coolant flows from the intake to the head. So I got remanufactured heads, put it back on. I got everything together. Now again, I've flushed the cooling system with a Prestone coolant system flush. Run it for a while, flushed it out, run water through it, flushed it out till the water was clear. And here, 2 weeks later, I've got it back together, and again, I'm still running into trouble from this stop leak product that whoever added it to the engine was trying to fix a small problem and created a huge problem. So once again, I've got no heat coming out. I've got radiator hose is hot, the heater hose going to the heater. This one's hot, this one's cold, this one's hot. So I took this off, and this was full of the crud. So the valve is open now. When you have it on air conditioning, it closes it so the water won't circulate. With it open, it wouldn't flow any coolant through it. Also, when I went to drain the coolant on the truck, I got down and I was draining it right here. Then I opened the valve up and nothing came out. I pulled the valve completely out. Nothing came out. So I took a screwdriver and run it in there, tried to see what's blocking it, and more of this rocky substance that they use in the stop leak came out all over the ground. I had to do it 3 times this time because each time it would stop up, and I'd stick the screwdriver in it, more of that stuff would come out. So now my brand new radiator, my heads, all my lines still got this garbage in it, and it takes new coolant and turns it that color, this nasty dark greenish brownish garbage that's in there. Now I have spent no telling how much money on antifreeze. I've replaced it, put it back in. Each time I do it, it turns this yucky color, and I'm still having to fight with this thing to get it to heat up in these cold winter months. So I'm making this video essentially begging you not to use any of these stop leak products. They create more problems than they solve. It is easier to go ahead and remove the part that is cracked or broke or leaking and repair it than to put this stop leak product in it and mess everything up. The only way that you're going to get stop leak out of the cooling system, out of the engine block, is to take the engine completely out, tear it apart, and have all the parts cleaned in a pressure washer or power washer at a machine shop. You're going to have to replace all the hoses. You're going to have to probably replace the heater core. You know, you can flush it all day long, but it's not going to come completely out. Every single cooling system component will most likely have to be cleaned or replaced. So I just want to give everybody a heads up. I see videos on YouTube with people adding this stuff to their cooling system. They add stuff to their engine oil. These miracle cures do not work at all. And I just wanted to post this in opposition of several of these people that don't know what they're talking about, don't know what they're doing to their vehicle. You know, they may be doing it to sell the vehicle to someone else, and that person, like me, had no idea that this stuff was in the engine when they purchased the vehicle. So just, again, a heads up, don't use this stuff. And if you go to purchase a vehicle and you look at it in the cooling system, the antifreeze is a dark brown color, demand that they clean the engine and cooling system out where it is no longer that color, and test drive the vehicle to make sure that it doesn't turn that color again. If it turns the color again, most likely they have added a stop leak product to the cooling system, and that means they've got problems. So thank you for watching my video.